Hello, boys and girls, friends, family. Welcome to your show. It's Thursday night. Welcome to Real Talk, where we tackle real issue with real solution so you can become great educators, you can become great investors, or just better human being. Every Thursday night, we break down the numbers, we kill the meat, and we give you step-by-step moves you can apply and use today. So today, there's no fluff. We have one of my friends today, and I love it. Every Thursday night, I can surprise myself because every time we get together, I'm excited because I'm bringing you some new jam and new people that you must know in the community. Let me give the proper introduction. We have a proper introduction for this brother. His name is Jean Patrick. He was born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, and moved to Brooklyn, New York at the age of 7. He completed his education in New York City, New York in the house, and later served 5 years in New York Police Department. In 2014, he relocated to Dallas, Texas, where he worked as a special investigator for the Department of Defense before returning to the policing just before COVID 19. John Patrick has now served nearly 6 years with his current department and is dedicated detective known for his commitment to the community, safety, and education. He was raised in church. He loved music, runs deep, right? He plays the drum, the bass, and the brace instruments. Outside of law enforcement, he enjoyed cooking, driving, and exploring music. He's currently served as a president of HAPU, Haitian American Police Unity, an organization focused on empowering and educating the Haitian community to advocacy, awareness, and safety initiatives. His passion is helping families protect what matters most: life, home, and legacy. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please help me welcome my man, John. did I make
Yes, sir.
made you justice, man? Because I feel like I could have keep going, man. What's going on?
Uh, I'm doing good, brother. How you doing today?
Man, I can't complain, man. I'm excited. I know I don't know how long I've been trying to get you on talking. We've been
I
talking about this since
know.
October. And when you finally say yes, I'm like, yes, we are going to talk about safety. So I'm excited that you are with me today, man.
I am. I am. It's a pleasure getting to be with you again. And since I met you way back in May,
Yep.
during that the
Black Day.
flat Haitian Flag Day event,
Yes,
we've
sir.
been connected and been to your church. It's been wonderful.
Man, I see in the house, man, New York. So, bro,
Yes, sir. Sabusa Haitien.
I see. So talking about IT, quanto sou IT, man?
Fait Port-au-Prince, dans Delma.
So Delmat, Monsieur Delma. Okay, shout out to my Delma people watching the show right now. If you are watching, so we got some people in the house, man, saying hi to you, brother. You popular,
Hello,
man.
hello, hello.
You got somebody from Fashion standing watching you right now. We got we
Okay,
got we
okay.
got we got plenty of people, man. Evelyn is in the house, and we got some other friends watching you. Hey, man, it's gonna be a great show. It's gonna be great. So now this is what I like to do. Okay, I know you. We hang out. You came to my church. I know what you do. People who
Yes,
don't
sir.
know you yet, I want them to know who you are. So tell people. I know I just got a well a bio about you, but tell people, even if they didn't read this bio, who they say Jean Patrick is. Who are you? Who is that
Man,
guy?
man, Jean Patrick is a fun-loving guy. I love to joke. I love to laugh. I love family, friends. Those are the most important things to me.
That's what's up.
Music is my life. Music is my passion.
Okay.
But the
Bro, I
main
gotta stop
thing
you right
that
here, man. We need more
uh,
musicians at the church. I gotta stop you right there, bro. You gotta swing by the church, man. We need a new bass player, my man.
well, that's another conversation for another time. But speaking of that, since I moved out here, I can't say I retired from playing music because the church I go to now is different. I came to a church that's fully established, have everything, so I didn't feel a need anymore. But coming back, so whenever I want to play, I go back to my church in New York, and my bass is there. I'll just grab a trumpet, and it's just awesome.
That's
I
not
love
fair, man. That's
performing.
not fair. We need you. We need you down there in Fort Worth, bro. We need some great musicians, man. That's not fair. So that's what's up. So now I'm gonna ask you a question, and I know we have to ask this question.
Mhm.
As a Haitian guy growing up in a Haitian household, once you told your parents that you're gonna become a police officer, what was that conversation like?
See, hey, listen, it's it, it it actually started right after high school. I
Okay,
wanted to go into the Marines,
okay.
and I spoke to a recruiter. I told my mom, like, "Mommy, me analame."
Wait.
Keisha, what? What was that clear one? You want to go and kill people? I'm like, no, mom. I want to go serve my country. Serve my country. You're not gonna serve my countryside. So a few years later, when I decided to join the police, I went to her and I was scared. Imagine I'm a grown man and I'm
Okay.
scared to go tell my mom I want to be a police officer.
Yeah.
So I went up to her. I'm like, "Mommy, dai me entrer dans police. Oui, me faire examen en passé. Busy." And she said, "Oh, this is softly." Okay. I was expecting the worst, but she was like, if that's what you want to do,
Okay.
then be it. So I got her blessings and then I've been moving on with that.
I know, because our parents is like either you become a doctor, a lawyer, an
Or a
engineer,
lawyer.
and
That's the three careers in Haitian
that's it,
household.
man. That's it. That's it. Do the same talking, man. I remember when I told my dad actually I wanted to become a pastor. He's like, I thought you want to become a lawyer. I'm like, I thought you didn't like pastors. Or you didn't like lawyers. I'm like, but you should see the back and forth, because he wanted my dad named me Edison because he wanted me to become an engineer. So
Okay.
I did anything else not to become an engineer because I didn't like the math or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So, but that's good.
Yeah.
So that's good. So now, talk to me so people don't know what you do in the organization, HAPU. So can you tell us what is that organization do and how long you've been doing it? So talk to me more about.
Sure. So I am the current president for HAPU, which the acronym stands for Haitian American Police Unity. And what we are a group of Haitian police officers.
Okay.
Every single officer, we have police officers, we have sheriff, deputy sheriffs, we have state troopers, we have correctional officers. We all are Haitian. Some of them were born in Haiti, some of them were born here. And we are all part of the law enforcement field and we've dedicated ourselves to educating the Haitian community,
Okay.
especially with what's going on right now with the current administration, the current environment. There is a need for the people to understand the law.
Okay.
Unfortunately, our people when they come from Haiti,
Oh my God.
they don't understand what's going on here. It's not that they don't understand; they don't know. They
Yeah.
don't know. And unfortunately, the law doesn't pardon ignorance, And when they come here, it could be something as simple as they're driving and don't understand the sign that they're reading, or they don't understand what those lanes on the floor means. They're getting pulled over. They're getting citations. They're driving with learner's permit, getting arrested for that.
Mhm.
Another big thing is domestic violence. Back home,
Yeah.
you know, a guy could just hit his woman, and that's okay. Nothing
No,
happens. But here,
nobody in the neighborhood will say
no,
anything else. You can walk away. Matter of fact,
exactly.
you might be lucky if somebody step in that relation. But that's it. That's it. The life goes on. Tomorrow morning, the wife is cooking everything. But in the state, can't be doing this.
No, that's a big no no because even though if the wife don't call, but a neighbor hears what's
Yes.
going on and
Yeah.
they call the police and they come, you're going in handcuffs. And there's no if, ands, or buts. You're going in handcuffs.
Yeah.
So we've been educating them on those kind of things and many, many other things. We talk about active
Yeah.
shooter, child abuse, whatever it is to bring awareness to the people. We've been doing that. Hapu actually kicked off in January of 2024, where one of our officers, shout out to Eugene, Watchman, he started on TikTok answering questions, and one by one we started meeting up. And by January, we were like, actually, the vice president now was like, why don't we become official and become a nonprofit organization?
Okay.
And we went off, and we haven't stopped running since then.
Man, that's awesome. So you see, since then, how long this company or this organization been around?
So this January is going to make it 1 year for us.
1 year. Okay. So that's good.
Yeah,
That's the
but
start.
you know what? When I sat back with the group and I've actually put together every single live event. Not even like we go on TikTok like every day just to answer questions, right?
Hmm.
I didn't even put those, but I'm talking about events we've done at churches.
Hmm.
We have one major event on TikTok a month. When I put together all the stuff we've done, on paper, it looked like we've been existing for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, because everything that you do, everything that you talk, it's important. Let's talk about one of the topic that I know that you'll be keen to you, to your heart, and to as a police officer and everything else. It's called about child abuse. Well,
Yes.
we have parents out that's Haitian 1.0, the one that came here when they were in their 30s, and then they have kids, and they think that they're raising the kid like they were straight up out of Delma, straight up out of Cafu. They think they can do the
Mm-mm,
same thing, like the way
mm-mm.
that they beat up the kids. Now, what is an acceptable beating? Because those kids, man, they can get wild, and we have family, we have a certain culture. We cannot let our kids go grow up like every other kids. How
Yes.
how far you can go when it comes to correction? Let's start with kids. How far you can go when it comes to correction? Can you? I mean, some people adopt the idea of go to the corner. We Haitian, we don't do corners, right? We deal with the
No,
situation.
no,
We know, man.
no, no,
So
no timeouts.
we don't do timeouts. We don't do timeouts. So how far and what is an acceptable way as as a brother to correct the kids and not being called child abuse?
So the law permits you to discipline your child, okay?
Okay.
But it cannot be excessive. So what do
Correct.
we mean by excessive? You can't beat the child where you're leaving marks on their skin. On connaît en Haïti longtemps, matinette iguaz. No, you can't use those kind of things. All right, those does not exist here. That
I got
is
I got some
that is
scar I got some
beyond
scars
child
still
abuse.
today. I got some scars still today.
So you're allowed to discipline your child. You can spank your child with a belt on their butt, on their thigh, things that's where they have that strong meat that's not going to leave a scar. And another thing too, I would like to tell parents: do not beat your child out of anger, while in anger, because what happened is, you're upset and you're just hitting. You're letting that anger take over you, and what happened is that you're not paying attention to what you're doing, because what happened is that child may not say nothing, but they go to school and a teacher will see a mark in their face, their
Yeah,
arm, wherever it is, and they have to. It's not that they have a choice. They have to report it.
report it.
They go to the hospital. The hospital have to report it,
Yeah.
either to CPS or whatever entity that Child Protective Services you have in your state. They have to report it to CPS, and now CPS, on the other hand, will contact the police, and now you're being investigated. So you could discipline your child, you could beat your child, but there is a limitation to it. It cannot be excessive.
Okay. Now you said the word beat your child, man. You gotta watch out. You can beat your child. You can
Oh
pop
no,
out
you
your you can
can.
you can
You
pop
can.
out your
Yes, you can. You can. You
yeah.
can. They just don't let it be excessive. Don't
Okay.
hit the child where you're leaving marks on their skin. You're leaving bruises on their skin. You're cutting them. There's blood showing. All that. Smacking them in their face, leaving scars. Those kind of things. That's what's not acceptable.
Okay. So okay, that's good. I mean, which I agree with you. I think I like the premise of how you answer the question. The Bible allow us to discipline our child. Okay. So I mean, I don't want to go deeper into that topic, but also the way that parents talk to a child, this also can be some kind of abuse, right? Would you say the way that they
Oh yeah.
words matter, the way that you
Oh
you
yeah. So
come up to the mental part of the children, right?
yes, sir. You just said something very important. So, child abuse is not only the physical.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say you're not taking care of your child. The child is going to school dirty. Their hair is not done. They're
Yeah.
they're going to school smelling, with dirty clothes. That's a form of child abuse. You're going to get
I
contacted for
agree.
that.
I agree.
You mentally abusing the child. The way that you talk to the child, the way that saying certain words that keep them down. Now they're going to go to school. They're going to be looking depressed and all that. All that is going to bring some type of investigation coming back to you.
Correct. 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 Okay. So I've seen, true story. I used to work for the school board, and then it's funny, but it's not funny. There's a stepmom who was trying to comb her stepdaughter's hair, and then the
Mhm.
daughter just came from Haiti, and the daughter don't speak English, and then I guess the stepmom was trying to rush to do a ponytail, but she pulled the hair too tight. She put that bulgogo in that tete, she put
Yeah.
that hair too tight. And then she sent this kid to school. Now, here this kid is school crying because her head is hurting. Every time they
Mhm.
ask her, "Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Why you're not?" She said she do like this. She do like this. She do like this. And guess what? Now the people at the school call CBS, call Child Protection Services, and everything else because
Mhm.
the girl keeps saying that my mom do like this. Then I
Ah.
happened to work in the school that day. I happened to work in the school that day, and they asked me to come translate for the child protection services officer to ask the young girl what was going on at home. And then when I asked the girl, I'm like, "What's going on?" And I stopped speaking Creole. "Vous, ça passe, comment est, qui t'offre à crier comme ça?"
Yeah.
And she said, "Tête m'a fait mal, gogo." I said, only thing was worried, man. It was the bull gogo was too tight. But because of lack of communication and everything else, the parents almost went to jail. CBS almost went
Yeah.
to the house and get parents some hard times to do this thing. Also, we talk
And
about, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
the thing that happens too, once an investigation starts, they're
Mhm.
in your house. They're gonna be coming in. You vai ver frigidaire. They're gonna open your refrigerator. That's what you munchie. They're gonna go to the kids' room. Do the kids have a good living situation? And they could come at any time to your house. So that's
Yes.
something you don't even wanna something that you don't even wanna be entertaining.
Okay. Okay. Now let's go deeper to the family as you getting into your country la caillou, country na frigidaire. Let's talk about Haitians. We know how we are. We loud, right? You
Oh
get
yeah.
we. You know what? We know I'm going.
I got a story.
You know where I'm going with it.
I got a story about that in a few.
You know where I'm going with this. We loud, okay? Here we are in the apartment. We in the second floor, an apartment. We and wife and husband is having it. They are talking loud and everything else. And now there are people over that hear the noise, maybe hear a couple of noise, and they call police. Now,
Mhm.
is that considered to a Haitian? Should they be aware of those kind of reaction? If they're being reported, it can be considered as domestic violence. Would you think like a vivid argument between a man and a husband, a wife and husband can consider to be some kind of like a violence, something that be reported to the cops?
Yes. So domestic violence is a broad spectrum. Okay. It doesn't only, it's not only when you physically hit the person. Okay. When you verbally abuse the person is part of domestic violence.
Mhm,
Financial restraint.
mhm.
You're married to the person, you're controlling all the money. I remember I saw, I saw somebody posted, on Monsieur Digosaki, your gloss split are supposed to festival na kaila. So it's like
Wait,
you
wait,
if
wait,
you're
wait, wait, wait,
controlling
wait, wait.
stuff.
In Haiti or in the state?
No, it's in Haiti, right? It's in Haiti where he's controlling the amount of oil you get.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
He's
That's
like, if you
so
should
true.
be taking 1 teaspoon to cook your rice. You can't control things like that. The person needs. You're married to the person. You need to have equal access. Okay. So financially, verbally, mentally, all of those, including physically, all of those include domestic violence. So if you're in a house in an apartment and you guys are always arguing, even though it's verbal, right? The police could still be dispatched to your house. A neighbor hears it. They don't know what's going on. They just hear somebody arguing. The police would come. The first thing that's going to happen, we're going to separate the parties, right? The man will go with one guy, the female will go with another person, and then we question them, find out what's going on, and then we switch. We switch up, and we find out that now that my partner will go to the next person, and we basically switch people, and we talk. Now me and my partner come back, and we compare the stories, making sure that we heard the same thing. Okay. Now, if it's all verbal, we're just gonna be like, okay, listen, guys, it needs to end right now. or you got to find a way to separate yourself. We don't have the right to kick somebody out of their home.
Okay.
Okay, we don't have that right. But so
Do
if
you
it's
do you
verbal,
have the
we're gonna
right
let
to
them know,
get
hey,
into my
listen,
house? Do you have the right to get into my house if I don't let you in?
if the call came out as domestic disturbance, we have urgent circumstances, right? We could get inside that house. For example, I knock at that door, right? And I'm like, I need to see your wife. You don't want me to see her, right? I'm not leaving until I see that wife. I'm gonna get myself inside that house because let's say it's an argument between you and your wife, right? You killed her, and you open the door and say, "Oh no, no, we're fine. This okay, no, no, I need to see her." That's urgent circumstances. We're gonna get inside that house.
Okay. Okay. So
Okay, so if somebody called, say
you don't have to have
a
some kind of
warrant,
permit.
no,
You don't have to have anything like this.
I,
Is
I don't need. If a call comes out as domestic disturbance, they heard you guys arguing, they heard things breaking. Like the if the caller could mention those kind of things, I don't need to wait for a warrant to get inside that house.
okay. Okay.
Now, if I'm and especially if I'm approaching that house, a lot of times the argument don't come because when we're approaching the domestic disturbance, we kill all lights and sirens.
Mhm.
Um, Domestic disturbance is a number one killer for police officers.
Mm.
So we kill all lights and sirens. We come in there stealthily. So you don't hear us coming. We knock at that door. You open up that door, and we want to see everybody in that house.
Mhm. Mhm.
You don't, we're gonna come in. So a lot of times when we're in a situation like that, the guy was like, "I didn't invite you to my home." I'm like, "No, this is my house now. That's why I always tell him, no, this is my house now
Okay. Because of the call of the domestic violence call.
because of the call." Yes,
So
sir.
basically, your advice to any Haitian couples and everything else is just tone it down. Tone it down.
Tone it down. If you guys are just having an argument, try to talk it out.
Yeah.
There's no need to be screaming and hollering and for the neighbors to hear. No, try to talk it out. We're not animals, we're not beasts. Talk it out amongst each other and keep it under control.
Okay. Okay. Talking about safety. What are the safest way, like simple, affordable security upgrade every household should consider today?
Now, that's a very good question. A lot of people may think, oh, to be safe, I need a gun. No.
No,
Okay. The
this
reason
is
the
this
reason
is
I say
Texas,
that,
man. This is Dallas.
yes, this is Texas, everybody. But here's the thing, right? Owning a gun, there is so much to it, right? Yes, that's one of the easiest forms of keeping protection, but there's a lot to it. Are you ready to take somebody's life? Taking somebody's life is not like you see on TV. There's a lot of consequences that could come to it. Not only legal, but mental. There's a lot that goes to it too. And a gun also, like for example, this wall that's behind me. If I shoot a weapon, right, that bullet is gonna penetrate it. So let's say if I miss my target, what is behind that wall?
Somebody else, somebody's life, somebody.
Somebody else could be behind. So all these things you have to think. So when it comes to safety, I never tell people go rush and get a gun. All right. First thing you probably want to invest in is a good security system, a camera system. Okay. Have inside and outside. Okay. Don't only get a camera system that uses your Wi-Fi, because what could happen is somebody mbabli di salon, but anyway, I'm going to say it anyway. On moun vle entre nan kayou, you got coupe fil Wi-Fi la,
Yeah.
fil internet la, ou mouri. You're done. So now there's no more signal. Try to get something that uses like cellular signal.
Okay.
Okay. So that time it doesn't depend on that Wi-Fi alone.
Correct.
Try to get something that has a battery backup where if the power goes down, that battery will continue until the power goes back up.
Okay.
So a good, solid security system is good. And also another thing too, believe it or not, the kind of locks you put in your door is very important.
Okay.
You make sure you get good quality locks, especially your front and the back door. Deadbolts, get
Man,
deadbolts.
listen,
Something,
this
yeah.
is something important because this been like a debate in my house for a minute. My wife wanted all the technology doors thing, like she can open it with her phone and everything else. I am like, I'm old
Oh,
school. I want the thing I have to open with a key instead of something that somebody can hack and go to something. So it's been a debate. So you're saying that those code or thing that you can things those are like some triggers that people should be care about?
Let me tell you something. With technology comes more risk.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, a great example. You see a lot of these cars that has the push to start, right?
Yes.
So, like, for example, my car right now, it has the push to start. I
Okay.
have this key. It's in my pocket. It's in my bag. I open the door without touching the key. I start the car and I go, right? Here's the danger with these. They have a device that they make, okay, where I could be sitting right here. That device is reading the code to this without it being activated. It's going to read the code. Once they get that code, they'll unlock my car door. They'll start the car and they take the car away with them without the key.
Wow.
The same thing too with the garage door openers.
Okay.
They have a device. They'll sit in their car, and as you press your thing to open up your remote, I mean, you press the remote to open up your garage, it copies the code. Now they could copy the once they copy the code, they can open your garage door anytime. What's good is the newer remotes or the newer devices for the garage doors, they scramble the code, so it's not the same code every single time. But older models, it'll give you the same code and people copy it, and like so that's why with technology it's more risk. The same thing with the doors too. They could find ways to get through those codes and open up the doors. Yeah, it's good. You're not home. The kids are coming home. You can unlock the door for them. Somebody's
Right.
coming to visit, like mom and dad or
Yeah.
uncle, auntie is coming to visit. You can unlock it before you get to work. But
Yeah.
with these technologies, if you're not be careful with them, you put yourself at more risk.
Now, the only issue I have is the fact that they may be out of batteries. The code might get, people can use. Now I'm like, I'm old school, man. I got 1, 2, 3 locks. I got the key. I open the door like this to get to my house. I wear this thing. Now, J. Patrick, listen. Is there such thing as a safe neighborhood? And if there's such thing as a safe neighborhood, what are the things that people should look before they move into a neighborhood? What are the key factors?
So the key factors, I'll give you an example. Before my house, right where I'm at right now, right before I went there, I visited the community during the day and during the night. Okay, I try to see the traffic. How was the traffic in the street during the day? How's the traffic during the night? How noisy it is. Um, and actually, you could even go to your police department
Mhm.
because everything we do is open record, right?
Okay.
And you could have do a research to see the crime level in that neighborhood as well.
That's good.
That's probably the biggest thing you could do. You know, everything in the police department is open record. Do your research because I I cannot say there's no such thing as a safe neighborhood because the criminal when he or she's gonna attack, they're gonna attack no matter where.
No matter what. No matter where.
No matter what, no matter what, no matter what, no matter where. Yes, some neighborhoods may be safer because of the community, the people that lives in there. But when the criminal is gonna hit, it could be the $1 million homes and the $200,000 homes. They're gonna get hit.
Mm. Okay. So you have to do your due diligence on finding out some data about the neighborhood and see if there's something that
Exactly.
you can do that. Okay. So that's
Exactly. And especially when you're buying a home. If you're renting, your lease is up, you're out.
yeah.
But when you're buying a home, now you have a mortgage, you have to put some years in there. You cannot just get up and leave anymore. It's gonna take some time or trying to sell it or whatever it is. So do your due diligence and learn about the neighborhood. See the school district that's in it too, because that would tell you the kind of students that's in there. Because a lot of these neighborhoods, believe it or not, it's the youth that's causing the problems.
Mm. Juvenile delinquencies. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
brother. Whew.
That's the biggest issue. That's what you're facing the most. Those young kids with
Yeah,
no things and go out there and breaking
it's
out. Okay.
I would say a good 75% of the issues we have in the community that I serve has to do with the juveniles.
Mm, okay. So, man, we can't go so deep into why is that? Is it what would be the demographic of this community? Is it because of monoparental? Is it because like those people are monoparentals because there's no father in the house? Man, we can go deeper into that conversation.
Now,
So
it could be so. It could be so.
so
It could
many
be so
factors.
many things. Yeah, but one thing that what I do realize, the parents that we have today are not like the parents we had years ago. Okay, nowadays, uh, these parents, I can't say they're more lenient, right? But it's just the way the kids are being raised today.
We don't do battle no more, man. We don't
No,
do battle no more, bro.
no, they giving time out.
Time
Me, they're
out.
giving time out. I'm not about the time out. No,
I don't
you
believe in
know.
time out either, man. I don't
You
believe
know,
in time out.
I think that's it. And another thing too, with technology too, they have more access to certain things. Um, growing up with me, we didn't have access to technology like we have today. So technology just did not exist the same way. And now with this phone that I have in my hand, I can visit the whole entire world with it.
Facts.
From my seat.
Yeah.
And so now these kids, their minds are being developed faster. They just have access to way more than we used to have. So that's another big thing too.
That's another topic. Now let me gear this conversation back again. I'm a black and immigrant man. It's like a double. It can be a double blessing and a double curse as well. When I see a police officer, should I be scared?
No, no, you should not.
Okay.
Um, the police officer, we're here to serve and protect the community. That's
Okay.
our job. Okay, that's our focus. Now, is there corruption? Yes,
Mm,
corruption is everywhere.
mm,
Let me give you an example. You go to the black market right now,
mm,
and you could buy a heart, you could buy a lung, you could buy liver, you could buy organs in the black market.
mm,
Guess what? Who do you think is harvesting those organs? I'm not a surgeon. I don't know how to cut somebody and find the right way to cut that heart out and preserve it so it could be sold.
mm,
So it has to be somebody with the skills to do that.
okay.
Um, and many other jobs that you find corruption. So is there corruption within the police department? Yes, you will. You'll find people that are racist. You'll find people that are out there for the money, whatever. But the main focus as a police officer is to serve and protect. So you see a police officer, whether your color, your skin,
Mm-hmm,
you should not be afraid because we're here to help.
mm-hmm.
And I always like to say, when trouble comes in the neighborhood, who are you going to call? You're not going to call the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
So, so we're out there. You should not be afraid.
Okay.
Me, one of the two major things that drove me in policing is community policing, showing people that what the ideas you have of the police, that's not what it is,
Mm-hmm.
and also DWIs. Those are the two major things that I was focused on in policing.
Okay. That's good. Again, I'm gonna go deeper in that conversation. You know what? It's funny how certain things at a certain era or certain times they rise up and then you don't hear about it again. For instance, the Black Lives Matter movement. It was hot at the moment, but now you don't even hear about it. Maybe because there's no elections, but there's still stuff you can learn from it. And I want you to talk about it. I wanted to talk about, let's say I'm an immigrant, I'm a black man, and I'm stopped by police um, while I'm driving. What should be my reaction? What should be my not just reaction, but my demeanor? All right.
Okay.
Should I put my window down and talk, or should I like, hey, you don't have the right? I'm not talking. I need to talk to the supervisor. What? Because you see all this thing on TikTok from your experience and being part of the not only working on the force but also educating people. What should be the right posture of an individual when you're stopped by a police at a stop sign or something? I don't know. What should be our posture?
That is a very, very good question, Edison. So,
Mhm.
when you're stopped by the police, the very first thing you want to do is stay calm, no matter what. Whether you're guilty of the
Speeding.
offense,
Yeah.
whether you know you're speeding or you are not speeding, stay calm. Okay, because here's the thing: you have to understand. Try to get into the police officer's state of mind.
Mhm.
I'm going into the unknown. I don't know who's in that car. I don't know if that person just committed a crime. I don't know if that person is just coming from church. We don't know. We don't know the situation that's inside that car. The windows are tinted. We can't see inside that car. It could be somebody with a gun. We don't know. So our alertness is extremely high at that time.
Mhm.
So in order for you to let us bring our alertness down, stay calm. You
Mhm.
know, the officer comes up. I have a
Mhm.
technique. Even me as a police officer, I get pulled over. First thing I do, I put all my windows down, and especially the cars. My take-home car that my department gives me have dark tints in
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
Now,
I think
the
I
police
think your
officer doing that.
I think your Bluetooth is going off and on.
I'm sorry, this is my mom just called me. So she called me in the middle of it. So, man, uh, so I always do that.
Now
Man.
it's kind of somebody said, when the police stop me, I cry.
So, me as a police officer, I get pulled over. I recently I got pulled over just a couple of days ago. I pull over, put all my windows down, my hands in my steering wheel. All right, the officer comes in, he's an officer, and they introduce themselves. They ask for my license and registration. License and insurance. Here in Texas, I mean, license and insurance. Some states, it's all three. So get out, take out my license, give it to them. My insurance, I keep my insurance on the visor.
Yeah.
I'll keep it in the glove box or the door, somewhere easy for me to access. Right? So my insurance is in my visor, put it down, give it to them.
Yeah.
Okay? Very respectful. Even if I know I'm not wrong, that's not the time. Why are you putting me over? Now my alert is going to stay high.
Yeah.
Okay? Because why are you being so defensive? Why are you being so, rude or whatever it is? That's the worst thing to do in terms of being rude.
Okay.
Let's say by any chance, if you got pulled over by a police officer and you're in the right, you're right, he's still giving you that people is right. Is the
Yeah, yeah,
sound
yeah.
still distorted on your end?
Your sound a little rough here right now. Check on your Bluetooth again, because what you're saying is so good. Everybody's like, I want to hear what you're talking about. So let's see if that your Bluetooth is connecting properly again, because this is an important thing for people to know. And I can, as we fixing this thing up together now, I can hear you. I can hear you, but keep working on it. Let me kind of reiterate what you just shared with people. He said, Jean Patrick said, even as a police officer, when he get pulled over, when he put his windows down, his hands is on the wheels. He makes sure that he put the insurance on a level that he can pull easily to get those people. And most importantly, he said, you need to stay calm. Why? Because you don't know what is the state of mind of the police officer at the moment. So meaning the more quiet, the more positive that you sound, the key, I guess, and then this is what I'm trying to tell people, and this is what I tell my daughter, this is what I tell friends. The key is to go back home. It's not for you to be seen on TV and on on social media because you want to pull your phone and you want to get a police officer mad. The goal is for you to go from point A to point B. Jean Patrick said it best. Either you at fault or you're not at fault. Your position, your demeanor should be about being calm. Be calm. Pat, let me bring you back in. Let me bring you back in. Let me see if you sound okay. So he's not back here. He's still working on the sound. But this is an important question. We got Wujeri who said, "Is the answer to get my window down or not?" Okay, good question. Wujeri, I can't wait. I can't wait for Patrick to come back. Patrick, are you back? Eh, eh, I hear you better now. Let's go. Let me bring you back in. Now I don't have the visual because people stop asking questions right now, man. Here you go. I see you. I can see you.
All right. How's the
Like
sound? How's the
sound,
sound?
sound way better. Sound way better. Like we're starting.
Okay.
Like with that.
Well,
So
I'm
bring it back.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Ouais, mais what's ça fait? While getting put them sous live là, vous gâtez ce là.
Blame it on mommy, bro. Listen. So listen, I got a couple of questions. People like they need to know more. So this is what you said.
Let's go. Let's
This
go.
you said. Pull your window down. Let your hand somewhere the people can see, right? And then be calm, as most calm as you can be doing that interaction. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. So the officer comes up to you, especially if you have tints, right? If you cannot see in the window, put your windows down. Now, if you have clear window, all right, you don't have to put all the windows down, but put the driver's windows down. Don't let the officer have to knock and ask you to put the window down because you're gonna be speaking to him anyway.
Mhm.
Put your window down. Okay. Now, once you're compliant, it's gonna put me a little bit. I'm not gonna go down from 100 to 50. I may go down from 100 to 75 because that would be compliant. But my alert still has to stay high because a traffic stop could turn on us in a second.
Mhm.
And there's so many videos that you could see about that. So the officer approaches, hand is on your steering wheel.
Mhm.
All right. You can greet them. Good afternoon, officer. Good morning, officer. And they'll politely, good morning. Because me, Master, good morning, good afternoon. My name is Officer Henry with Blah Blah Police Department. Can I get your license and insurance? Sure. My license is in my left pocket in my wallet. Can I get it? Sure. All right. Boom. Here you go, sir. My insurance is in my visor. Can I get it? Sure. Get it and give it to him. That's going to put that officer at ease, knowing that you're being compliant, you're doing what he's asking you to do.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm not taking that time to go into my glove box. I'm not taking that time to go into my center console because those are the places where people would hide a weapon. And we've had so much situations where somebody going to their center console saying they're getting their paperwork and then they just pull out again and bam.
I heard that.
So
Somebody said
that's
we put our window down. We have kids in the back, and the police officer once told us the movement could trigger an officer. What would you say to that?
It's true. It's true because that's why we need to see what's in the car. Okay. Once I cross over, and especially if it's dark tints, you see me personally and anybody I train, we never cross a car that has dark tints. So we have what we call the A, the B, and the C post. The A post is, if you're looking at the front of the car where your window is at, that post between your windshield and the driver's side window, we call that the A post. The B post is that bar between the front window and the back window. And the C post is that bar between the back window and the rear window.
The real,
If
yeah.
I'm the rear window, if I'm walking up to your car and it's tinted, I'm gonna stop at that C post and I'm gonna yell, "Excuse me, put your windows down."
Mhm.
The reason we do that, there's been officers as they're crossing a tinted window, they get shot on because they can't see what's inside the car.
Mhm.
So that is why it's a trigger. So if an officer asks you to put your windows down, it doesn't matter if you have kids or not. Put the windows down. So now what I do, they'll put the windows down. As I look, it's kids. I cross. Okay, you can put it back up now. And then I explain to you why I had you to put it down. But always put your window down.
So, in same scenario, do you guys have the right to search the car if I don't give you the right?
Yes,
So,
yes, and no. Okay. If I have there's three reasons why I could search a car. Number one, I have PC, which is probable cause.
mhm.
Basically, I see there, I know something's in that car. I see something which called a plain view, like there is something on the seat, on the floor, on the windshield, something that I saw that's giving me reasons to search the car. So I need probable cause, a reason to search the car. Number two, you could give me consent. For example, Mr. Edison, is it okay? Can I search your vehicle? And you could say yes, you could say no. If you say no, I cannot search that car. But there's ways for us to get around that. Okay.
Mhm.
Or if consent, plain view, probable cause.
What
Okay.
what give you the
So
PC though? What give you the? I was speeding, so speeding an infraction give you the personal cause to stop me and
no,
freeze
no, no,
my
no,
vehicle.
no. So speeding gives me the PC to stop your car,
Okay.
right? But now as I'm approaching the car, let's say you were smoking marijuana. I
Mhm,
smell that marijuana, right? Marijuana is illegal in Texas and a lot of other states.
mhm,
Now, with that smell, that gives me PC to search that car.
okay.
Okay. Or if I see a lot of people that's diabetic, goes wrong for them. I see a needle on the chair. I see a needle on the floor. That's PC because that needle could be used
Or heroin, drug.
heroin, for crack, for whatever it is. Okay, those are called things I see in plain view as I'm walking. I don't know if you notice a lot of officers they well, when they're walking up to the car, especially they have their flashlight. They're looking all over. They're looking for something in that car to give them PC to get into that car.
Okay. 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 So basically, in a few words, stay calm, put your hand where people can
Stay
see,
calm.
and then
Yes,
be in compliance.
be exactly those right there. You would never be in any issue. And then another thing too.
Mhm.
Let's say you know you are right. You
Okay.
know you are right. That officer is being rude to you. That officer give you the citation. You feel he's being prejudiced or against whatever it is. Do not fight with that officer on the road because you will lose the battle every single time.
All the time.
Take all the time. If he gives you a ticket, right? Take
Mhm.
that ticket. Your battle is going to be the court ground, the courts.
Right.
That's your battleground.
Right.
Okay, because now that judge is gonna that officer is has to present the body cam. They have to present the dash cam,
Mhm.
to that judge, and the judge will determine, or do you have an argument or not.
Correct.
Okay, if you feel that you're being discriminated against, okay, you have the right. What's your name? And plus, their name is on their is on
The
the
badges.
uniform.
The badges. Yeah.
Your
The roll.
name and
Yeah.
badge number.
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes we don't. Some people don't have badge numbers. They may have an ID number. Even if they don't give that to you, no problem. You see their patch. Look at their shoulder. What city they work for? What county they work for? Then
Mhm.
you go to that county. Let them know you want to speak to a lieutenant. You want to speak to the chief. You want to make a formal complaint. You don't just want to complain. You want to specifically say, I want to make a formal complaint. Fill out that form and say everything that they did to you because now it will be investigated. They
Okay.
will, the chief is not going to do the investigation. You're going to have a detective, or we call it AI, internal affairs, that will do the investigation and then submit it to the chief. And I'm telling you, if that officer did wrong, they will get reprimanded for it.
Okay. Okay. Talking about doing wrong. There's a lot of thing going on right now. I want to segue to stuff people need to know. ISIS if after our people. Bro,
Mm.
there's people that don't want to go to church because of what ICE is doing. Now tell me, did ICE have limit? Is there something that you can present to ICE? No, you cannot come to my house. No, you cannot go to my school. No, you cannot walk to my church. Is there some kind of limit that ICE have, or they have prejudication to anything if they want to to go get somebody?
See, right now, unfortunately, the way this administration is going, they're giving them the full power to do whatever they want to.
Okay.
Okay, they've even passed a law for them where they could profile people. Okay, us as police officers, we can't profile you. We cannot pull you over because you're black, or because you're Hispanic, or because you're white, or because you're Asian. We're not allowed to profile because actually on the ticket, or on the paperwork, the citation or the warning, it says, do you know the race of the person before you pull them over? Did you, it has certain things. So they passed it where ICE could profile people to arrest them.
So
But
you
if you're in a,
what you're telling me, if this guy look, if I look at a person, that person look Haitian or that person look like a Venezuelan, they have the right to pull and stop and do it. Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, it's unfortunate with this administration what's going on, and they have no accountability. That's one of the things that bothers me the most. There is no accountability on what they're doing. It's like there's nobody that,
You
like
can
me,
pull a
if I do
gun.
something wrong,
Yeah.
yeah, if I do something wrong, and like I'm gonna give you a perfect example. In my department right now, we have one officer. He gets complained about all the time, right? And we have to review the body cameras and stuff like that. So we have somebody he has to answer to if somebody complained. But with the way that it's set up right now, they don't have to answer to nobody. Even the judicial system don't have the right to tell them anything.
Wow.
Um, but but if you're in a place of worship, I want to tell the people that if you're in a place of worship, they don't have the right. They cannot enter into the place of worship
Okay.
without your consent because they need a warrant. If they come in inside, now if they're in the parking lot, it's something different. That's a public place, right? But they cannot enter the place of worship without a warrant. They cannot enter your house without a warrant. And if they say they have a warrant, ask to see that warrant. You need to ask it. It needs to be specific what they want. All the warrants that are written, it needs to have the name of who they're after, what they look like, blah, 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 this and that. It needs to be specific. And you need to see a judge's signature on that warrant. So
Hmm.
if you don't have that, do not let them in.
Okay. I'm good to know because as a pastor and my other partner pastor Delma himself, we noticed a decline in our church attendance because some of the people that attended the church stopped coming because of the fear that any given time ICE can walk in and come to church and please since it's a gathering, this is where a bunch of people get together and then they have the right to get in because they don't know, like you said, they don't know, when they're coming, you don't know what they can do, if they need a warrant or not.
Mhm.
They just bulldozer their way in to whatever to do. So, but you're saying that if it's a place of worship on a Sunday morning, they have to have some kind of warrant signed by a judge to allow them to even try to get in.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Because that's a private, that's private.
Okay. 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 Now, I don't know if you the right person to ask this question. I am thinking about February. You heard the law, you heard the thing that they talk about people by February, a lot of people that have TPS will have to go back home, or people that come with Biden, they have to go back home, or ICE or whatever. Do you think the law will go after the supporters, the people that sponsor those people? You think the law will go against them? Do you know of any of thing that can happen to people that sponsor some folks like this?
I have not heard anything, so I'm not the right person. But within
Okay.
the organization, we have people that, for example, we have officers that work for Homeland Security. They know more information. We also collaborate with people that work in immigration. So
Okay.
that is something I could definitely raise up to them, and I could send you a response to that so you can share with your people. But I
Okay.
don't see. I could say I don't see how a sponsor somebody who sponsored people could get in trouble because we did it legally.
Hmm.
You know, the United States told us, well, you could apply for your people, and we did it legally. So why would I be in trouble for something that I did legally?
Okay.
I just me in my mind, I don't see how that could be.
Okay.
And I want to tell everybody this, okay?
Yeah.
Before we move on from that subject, let's stay hopeful, okay? On nous était, on nous croit bon Dieu parce que ça qu'a fait là, gon ils ont qui bon Dieu qui ma musique soit en créole, bon
Yeah.
Dieu gon ils ont qui quitte la fête, même pas que ça c'est fait, hein, ok? Pas que ça c'est fait, hein. Nous qu'a geton ouais qui genre monsieur ça commence à dégainer voler, si me dit ça bien, vous comprenez? Même moun yo geta fatigué monsieur avec ça la fait yo. So la prive au moment côté que tout ça te fait yo, yeah, tout ça te fait yo is gonna go back to Jorote. So on nous, rete sous genou. That's all I can tell you.
All right, I know. I gotta have this question. Now let's talk about another topic that you know before our time is over. I know
Okay.
Munyo eme al nati party and then al nati party yo boy. How much?
Ooh.
Yeah. We need to touch on that. We need to touch on that.
Ooh.
When our people, they love to party. You want Haiti, or yeah, it's fun for them to get drunk. How
You
much
va
should
gwe ti gwagyo.
yeah, yeah, Betty Gogyo. How much you drink that can get you into trouble, or shouldn't be thinking about how much don't drink at all when you're thinking you're gonna drive. Talk about DUI
It,
and educate us out about this drinking and driving.
DUI, driving while intoxicated, that is one of the main reasons I became a police officer. Now, we always tell people if you're going to a party and you know you're going to drink, don't drive.
Uber it.
If you know you're going to be driving there, don't drink. Not even one beer. Because here's the reason. You may drink one beer and you're not tipsy, you're not drunk at all, right? And let's say as you're driving down the road, your tail light was busted or the tail light wasn't working. I pull you over for that tail light and I walk up to you and I smell that alcohol on your breath.
Mhm.
That begins my investigation for DWI.
Mm.
So now I'm gonna have to be doing it's called the SFSCs, standardized field sobriety test. I'm gonna have to do my test. You're gonna have to blow into the breathalyzer, whatever it is. And let's say you only had one beer and you're not intoxicated, you just wasted at least a good 30 minutes to an hour of your time.
Mhm.
Okay, just because that one beer. So if you know you're going to a party, I'm not gonna tell you don't enjoy yourself, pas boire boisson, don't go and drink, but do it reasonably. Don't get in that car and drive. There's so much things now. You got regular taxi cab, you got Uber, you got Lyft, you got Alto. There's so much ways for you to get home without having to be the one that's driving yourself. Because guess what? If you don't take that Uber home, we're gonna be your Uber, but you're not going home. You're going to the one-star hotel.
It was down. We call that one star hotel. That's what they call it, one star hotel.
We call it the one-star hotel.
Yeah, yeah. So is there now the breathalyzer? What is the limit that you know? Okay, this guy is drunk. I'm boasting him. I'm arresting him. What's the limit though? Is there a number?
Yes. So the number of your blood count alcohol needs to be 0.08. Anything over that, you are legally intoxicated, and we could take you in. Now, here's the thing. If you use the breathalyzer, we get it right there and then. Okay. But here in Texas, the majority of us, we don't use a breathalyzer. We go for the blood. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is that I need to run some tests just to make sure you can operate your vehicle safely. Okay. If you say no, guess what? No problem. I'm gonna turn you around, put the handcuffs in your arm, put you behind my car. I'm gonna draft a warrant. Um, Somebody asked a question. Okay, well, we'll come back with that one in a few.
Yeah.
Uh, so I'm gonna turn you around, draft the warrant, and I'm gonna take your blood. Okay. Let's say you do the SFSTs. I do the test on you. You fail them. Now I'm gonna ask you, can I have your blood? You say no, pas de problem. I'm gonna take it from you. I'm gonna get a warrant and I'm gonna take your blood. So regardless, you fail it, you pass it, whatever it is. So um, there is no such thing as, I should be getting behind that vehicle if I drunk.
Glass of wine or
Now
margarita is they still consider alcohol, right?
it's still considered alcohol. Know your limit. Like, for example, I don't drink, right? But I'm a big guy, so I could probably drink 3, 4 margaritas and I'm fine, right?
I'm the opposite.
Yes,
One I'm out.
and so some people are like that. Some people could just have a sip of something and they're
One I'm
tipsy.
out. One I'm out.
So the best thing to do if you know you're going to drink, do not drive.
Okay.
Period. Like we said in the Creole, iffy, that's it.
Maybe that's it. That's it. How easy it is to get your DUI out of your system or out of your license or anything?
It's once it's there, it's there. It doesn't come out.
Really?
Once it's there, it's
Get a
there.
lawyer. You cannot get a lawyer to get it expunged.
Once trying to get it expunged, you could try to get it expunged, but once it's there, and imagine this. A lot of people don't need to understand this. Even though you get your record expunged, right? It's out from the public eye, but we still know about it.
Mm.
Okay? Because guess what's going to happen? You go after a couple of years, you get your record expunged, right? Um, you have another DWI. When I search the system, it's going to let me know that you had a DWI such and such time because we need to know these kind of things. So it may be expunged for the public, but for our eyes, it still exists.
It's still somebody who's drinking and,
It's
and driving.
and
Man,
driving, yes.
that
So
is
we tell everybody, you are. We're not going to tell you don't go party. Be responsible. If you know you're going to drink and have a good time, leave that car at home.
man. That is good stuff, right? It's good stuff. Man, it's you can you believe it's been an hour already? It's been an
Bro,
hour.
I just looked at the time and I'm like, it's already 8 o'clock. I'm like, wait a minute, we just started
We
talking.
just started talking, man. We just started. That's my good conversation. That's how a good conversation happened, man. I appreciate the time. So tell people. Well, okay, I know you talk about a gala going on. I know you got different projects
Oh,
for you. Talk to us, what's the next move and how people can contact you. Talk to us. What's the next move and how's the celebration going?
so right now we're actually getting ready for a toy drive. That's going to happen next weekend. We have three toy drives happening. So if you're in New York, if you're in Indiana, and if you're in Florida, Green Acres, go to our website and they'll have all the information. So we have three toy drives the same day,
That's awesome.
December the 20th. So if you know you're struggling out there and you can't provide any toys for your kids, come
Mhm.
out. We're gonna have toys. We're gonna have some pizza out there for them. We're gonna have some drinks out there. Just have a little good time. Give the kids some toys. At least they can have a good Christmas. So if you know you're struggling, you're in the New York area, you're in the Indiana area, or Florida, go on our website, which is hapuofficial.org, and you'll get the location where we'll be at, and you'll be able to come out and come and get something for your kids. And then let me tell you about this, Edison.
Uh-oh.
We
Uh-oh.
have a gala coming up in 2026.
Let's
This is
go.
going to be our second. This is going to be our second annual gala, but we're doing something a little bit different. It's a 3-day event. The
Okay.
first day is on the 17th, July 17th. We're gonna have a barbecue, and it's a barbecue game day for the whole family. The thing that's exciting about this barbecue is
Uh-huh.
we're gonna have a soccer tournament. The Hapu police officers are going to play the civilians. Listen on me. We
Ah,
are ready to go kick some butt. Listen, listen,
Wakale.
listen. Supporter yo get ap di, yo pal kale nou, yo gen moun tap soti Brazil pou vin jwe pou yo. Yo pa l'achete jwe. They buying people to come and play. Us, it's just pure skills. You know? Me, I'm ready to at least give them 5 goals. That's it. My ball is sick and that's it. At least a single I am kite yo. Kite yo repo. But it's gonna be amazing. We're gonna have the gala will be on Saturday itself,
Okay.
and then on Sunday for those that are still in town, we're gonna have a little day party, and where we're gonna be broadcasting the game as well, the
Oh,
finals.
welcome.
And it's gonna be in Miami, Florida. So people that's in Miami, come out. You don't have to be from Miami. We got people coming from New York, people coming from Boston. We have people coming from Switzerland
Switzerland to join.
to our gala. Yes, we
Okay.
have a follower in Switzerland.
Man.
She'll be coming from Switzerland. So if you want a ticket, if you want more information on the gala, go to our website, hapuofficial.org, to get all the information about the gala. Um, and you could also purchase your tickets too from there.
Okay. Okay. Well, you heard it. You're excited about this. I was about to say, man, I'm coming, but my wife just reminding that the 17th we are celebrating our 20 years anniversary. We're gonna be in
Oh man,
Paris.
you know what? Come down and celebrate with us.
I was
Come out to
man,
Miami.
listen, we're going to be in Paris. We're gonna be in Europe, man.
Woo! Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Family. But thank you for your time, man. Thank you. I think we should do it again because I feel like there's a lot of topics that we need to talk about. And when it comes to domestic violence, when it comes to DUI, when it comes to how to respect ourselves, the right to for our civilians to know
Yes, sir.
what is our right, right? And so I think there's some great communication we should have, especially a new year, especially what's going on. So let's mark our calendar for sometime in January. Let's do it again, man. I think we need to
Awesome, awesome. Let's do it.
and everything else. So Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming in,
My
man.
pleasure.
Yes, sir. Any last
My
word
pleasure.
out there for us? Any last word?
Like I said earlier, guys, I know it's a tough time, especially for our people. It's a tough time. Stay prayerful. God is in control no matter what. He's in control no matter what's going on. Um, you never know. Listen, the story of Job. Everybody go read the story of Job just to see what happened,
Yeah.
how his life was going, and how he ended up. So let's not be discouraged. Let's not lose hope. Hey, and one more thing. I see Califier.
Yo, let's go. I see
I see
Califié.
Califier.
And then
Man, after all these years,
we're
we're
going
in
to
the
the
World
World
Cup,
Cup.
baby.
Yes, sir. We're going to the World Cup, man. Thank you very much, Henry. Thank you for hanging out with us. Guys, this is our time. We don't want to hold you from dinner with your family, but it's always like this. And every Thursday, we keep surprising ourselves. We bring some exciting, some great topics, some great energetic people that want to come and share great information for you, stuff that you can use today as promised. We can't wait to see you next Thursday. If you guys are looking for someone or your New Year resolution is to buy a house, please give me a call. I'll be more than happy to hand you your key to your house in 2026. With that being said, I'll see you guys next week. May God bless you. I love you. God loves you, and there's nothing that you can do about it. Bye bye.